If you enjoy running, chances are good you've seen a fellow runner at a race or out on the road recently with a pair of sock-style minimalist running shoes or running without any shoes at all. This trend, which was popularized by journalist Christopher McDougall in his best-selling book Born to Run, is inspiring more and more runners to return to the roots of the sport and go barefoot. Barefoot running refers to running without shoes or to running in a minimal barefoot-style shoe with little cushioning or support, says Rebekah Mayer, National Training Manager for the National Running Club, Lifetime Run. The origins are ancient, as humans walked and ran without shoes for much of history, especially in warmer climates. Barefoot running has experienced a recent growth in popularity as runners search for ways to possibly reduce injury and run without heel striking. Were we born to run this way? For years, barefoot running has had advocates who swear by its benefits, but the practice saw a surge of popularity in 2009, with the release of McDougall's book. McDougall followed the Tarahumara tribe in Mexico, a native group known for running long distances in extreme conditions and terrain without breaking a sweat or getting injured, and they do it all while wearing little more than leather sandals. The book was extremely popular, and several running experts attribute the resurgence of the popularity of barefoot running to it. Many runners were inspired by the story of the Tarahumara Indians and their feats of endurance, says Paul Langer, DPM, the Footwear Committee Chair of the American Academy of Podiatric Sports Medicine and a barefoot runner himself. In addition, the author described his and others' transition to barefoot running as a means to resolve previous running-related injuries. Around the same time, many shoe companies started to offer barefoot running shoes. These shoes mimicked the experience of barefoot running, and supposedly offered some of the same benefits while still giving feet some protection. Barefoot running shoe styles started with the Nike Free, the Vibram Five Fingers, the Saucony Kinvara, and the New Balance Minimus, says Michael J. Chin, DPM, founder and medical director of the Running Institute. Barefoot running benefits, reality or myth? The jury is still out on whether barefoot running benefits are real, and there are plenty of people in both camps. The Journal of the American Podiatric Medical Association recently published a review of the available literature on barefoot running, which concluded that there wasn't enough information available to fully confirm or refute the claims of barefoot runners or their critics. The authors of the review did find, however, that barefoot running could be an acceptable training method for athletes and trainers who understood it well and could minimize the risks. Similarly, a recent study by the American Council of Exercise also found mixed results. Although some of the joggers who switched to minimalist shoes changed their running patterns for the better, about half did not. Just because you put the Vibrams on your feet doesn't mean you'll automatically adopt the correct running stride, says John Porcari, Ph.D., the lead researcher on the ACE study. If you're considering barefoot running yourself, here are some of the pros and cons that you might want to consider. Pros of barefoot running. It can strengthen feet and reduce injuries. The benefits from this style are low impact on the heel, thus translating to less loading pressure on the weight-bearing limbs, Dr. Chin says. Shorter strides minimize heel striking, and higher cadence allows for speed during the shorter stride. You also have better energy efficiency, as the body is under less shock from impact, as well as the use of core strength for better body mechanics. It makes your feet feel great on the right surfaces. Running barefoot on grass feels great and gives runners a fast, natural way to run on their forefoot, Mayer says. A variety of good shoes are available. The wide variety of barefoot running shoes now available means that you can get the experience in a way that better protects your feet from the elements, and in a style that works well for you. It's a nice change of pace while training. When used as a small supplement to training, short periods of barefoot running are a great way for most runners to strengthen their feet and improve their stride. Mayer says. Cons of barefoot running. You risk injury if you transition too quickly. Adjusting to barefoot or minimal running must be done very slowly. Mayer warns. Injury is likely from the change in footwear and running style. The shoes can cause blisters. The new barefoot running shoes may look cool, but some minimal shoes can cause problems with blisters as runners break them in, Mayer says. The shoes are pricey. These specialty shoes will cost you more than the average running shoe. A pair of Vibrams costs about $90 and other brands are around the same price point. Always keep foot health in mind. Remember that you're not protected from the elements with barefoot running. If you're running on rocky trails, snow, or ice, it just isn't that practical. True barefoot running risks injury from rocks, ice, and other objects on the road. Mayer cautions.